I'm telling you, it's a railgun. A literal kinetic energy cannon built onto its back.
Oh, come on.
You saw the source material art. You saw the specific descriptions of the machinery. It is not random biology.
It's biology. It's evolution. Why do you always have to make it weird?
It is a piece of man-made, forgotten war technology. And that sticky oil isn't a defense mechanism, it's a cooling system.
You can't look at a terrifyingly large monster and immediately assign it to a historical conspiracy just because it has unique anatomy. That oil that liquefies and then hardens, that is biochemical adaptation.
Because the sources say ancient apocalypse, forbidden technology. Look, for everyone listening right now, we are starting this deep dive mid-argument.
We are.
Because the material we just analyzed is so explosive, it completely rewrites the history of this world. We're looking at suppressed lore, private notes, stuff that confirms one terrifying truth.
Which is?
The Guild is not protecting us. They are actively covering up the horrifying truth about the ancient Wyverian civilization and the catastrophic weapons that led to their downfall.
And that cover-up starts with the biggest, stickiest piece of evidence, a forbidden catastrophic technology known as the Equal Dragon Weapon, or Zoh Shia.
And the really shocking evidence that its legacy, well, it's being actively rebuilt today.
And that whole twisted path starts with the undeniable anomaly of Gogmazios. It's not just a monster, it's a living museum of forgotten tech.
Okay, let's focus on that. Let's start with your evidence from the internal files. Beyond just biomechanical, what are the specifics that completely break the model of natural biology for you?
Okay, first, the railgun. One of the sources directly connects the specific curvature and the internal structure of that massive weapon to reverse-engineered Dragonator technology.
Dragonator tech.
Yes. We're not talking about a coincidence. Dragonators are a very specific piece of ancient siege equipment. Massive anti-dragon cannons built by a past super advanced civilization to repel elder dragons.
So you're saying Gogmazios doesn't just look like it has a gun?
I'm saying it appears to have incorporated the design blueprint of known ancient artillery into its own body.
That is a compelling parallel.
Yeah.
But it's still circumstantial. The oil, though, the Gogmazios oil, that is much harder to explain away as just biology.
Exactly. It's not just tar or some kind of crude oil. This substance has these highly advanced properties.
The ability to harden and liquefy rapidly.
Almost on demand. The tech analysis found that these properties are strikingly similar to ancient high-density polymers used by past high-tech civilizations. It's a sophisticated material.
Okay, so here's my rational counterpoint. If an advanced civilization built a sophisticated weapon, a living machine, why would they bury it in the ground? Why let it get covered in this unique reactive tar?
I don't think they buried it.
Doesn't that suggest the oil is just a very strange natural secretion? One that reacts with its environment and, I don't know, eventually fuses with some ancient discarded junk it found underground.
That assumes it was discarded. I think you're missing the bigger picture here. The point isn't whether the Gogmazios we see now is purely organic or mechanical.
Where?
The point is that this organism, whether it's through some horrific mutation or fusion or just straight up ancient design, it utilizes these highly specific materials and mechanisms that perfectly mirror forbidden ancient tech.
So it's a biological entity wielding a technological ghost.
Exactly. And that ghost is Zoh Shia.
All right. If we accept the possibility, just for a minute, that this thing is somehow rooted in ancient engineering, then the history of the Wyverian civilization becomes critically relevant.
It's the only thing that matters.
Then let's delve into that. The true forbidden history.
The Wyverian civilization, I mean, they were the masters. They didn't just understand elder dragons. They achieved the mastery to reverse engineer their very essence.
Turning dragon parts into energy sources, machinery.
And massive self-sustaining structures. They were the first and honestly the most terrifying bioenhancement experts in history.
And their ambition led to their greatest and, well, their final creation. The Equal Dragon Weapon, Zoh Shia.
It wasn't built for peace. It wasn't for research.
It was a massive ancient project built specifically to combat the ultimate threat, the Black Dragon, Fatalis.
But the way they built it, I mean, that's what chills me to the bone. The sources refer to Zoh Shia as an unparalleled catastrophe, not a defense system.
And this detail, you have to understand this. This is why the technology is forbidden. The texts confirm that creating Zoh Shia required the sacrifice of the numerous amounts of dragons.
It wasn't just harvesting scales and claws. It was a synthesis of life itself.
The audacity of it.
horrifying. One of the sources is incredibly stark about it. It details how the Wyverians turn living creatures into tools regardless of the cost. They weren't hunting for materials.
They were stitching them together.
Stitching together living, powerful entities to create a single, unified weapon.
Wait, if we follow this thread, they weren't just using dragon parts for armor or swords. They were performing massive, industrial-scale biological enhancement.
Yes.
Combining and manipulating life forms into a single engine of war.
Yeah.
That level of hubris is just staggering.
And what was the outcome? This meddling with life, the creation of Zoh Shia, it led directly to the Great Dragon War.
A conflict so brutal, so violent,
that it caused the extinction of most dragons in the world, and, crucially, led to the immediate and total collapse of the ancient civilization itself.
So, if we look at the timeline, Fatalis, the dragon known for destroying civilizations like Shrade, he might have been the threat that started it all.
He was the catalyst, yeah.
But the Wyverians' ultimate demise was self-inflicted. They created something so monstrous and destabilizing that they destroyed themselves.
They destroyed themselves before Fatalis even needed to finish the job.
Which brings us to the present. If this history is so clear, so catastrophic, why is it all hidden? Why has the guild spent centuries hiding the truth about a self-inflicted apocalypse?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it?
The official position, from what we can gather in the transcripts, is that the guild suppresses this knowledge for protection.
Right, protection.
They believe that by scrubbing the details of Zoh Shia, they're preventing future generations from, trying to replicate the disaster.
That's the nice, clean version they want you to believe. But the proof of concealment, the actual scrubbing, it's everywhere once you look past the official texts.
Elder Dragon information.
Systematically scrubbed from official records. Especially anything about black dragons or this kind of advanced technology. Hunters have to rely on disguised reports just to survive out there.
And we have concrete, undeniable proof of this. That handler, Alma, she revealed that true Elder Dragon records are literally hidden in unrelated books.
And Gemma confirmed it, just flat out. She said the guild doesn't want people to know about this stuff.
The ultimate example of this institutional lie has to be the Encyclopedia Flora.
Oh, it's brilliant. In a terrifying way. Think about the most tedious, massive book you could imagine. Just thousands of pages on every variety of flower and plant life.
And that massive tome is, in fact, a cleverly disguised repository of secret Elder Dragon reports.
They concealed history in plain sight. They used boredom as the ultimate camouflage.
So they did all this to enforce an illusion of safety, an illusion of human mastery.
They control the narrative to control the population. It's that simple.
For so long, I operated under the assumption that the official guild texts were objective truth, the established law of the world.
We all did.
Realizing that the foundational texts of our society aren't objective history at all, but controlled, manipulated accounts designed to enforce an illusion of order. That's a massive paradigm shift for me.
It changes everything.
But I still question the motive.
And that's the real debate, isn't it? Is the guild protecting humanity from the consequences of this insane bioengineering?
Or are they just protecting their own power structure, ensuring they remain the sole arbiters of knowledge and force?
I think it's the second one. They want control.
But the fear that if the world knew the true origins of that kind of power, someone would immediately try to rebuild Zoh Shia. That's a legitimate fear. Given our history.
It's a legitimate fear because that's exactly what's happening right now. That history isn't just in dusty books.
The ancient technology is being rediscovered.
And utilized in real time. We are seeing the return of Wyverian mastery, and it's being built into the very systems we use every day.
The Arvarian System.
The ultimate warning sign.
It's a modern process designed to infuse our weapons with Elder Dragon essence. It's effectively trying to restart the same forbidden, large-scale bioenhancement the Wyverians pioneered.
And look at the components. It's not standard crafting material. The sources say this gear requires eldritch scraps, rare ores, and rusted fragments.
Those aren't just random components.
No. They are the exact materials referenced in the ancient Archean armor set. Armor so complex, its design sparked a week-long debate among the Wyverian artisans themselves. We are literally digging up the forbidden scraps of the Great Dragon War.
And here's the most terrifying direct parallel to the creation of Zoh Shia. This system is used to create specific units the files call Guardians.
Like Arkfeld.
Yes. And Alma suggests these Guardians are enhanced versions of their original monster counterpart.
Enhanced, that's the key word.
It confirms it.
It confirms that modern science is engaging in the exact same bioenhancement philosophy that brought down the Wyverians. We aren't just hunting monsters anymore, we are actively modifying them.
Creating advanced, weaponized life forms.
We are making tools out of living creatures. Again,
It's no longer a theory. We are doing exactly what the ancient civilization did. We are harvesting powerful ancient components, enhancing living creatures, and making tools out of forbidden scraps.
step by calculated step.
Humanity is attempting to build its own updated Zoh Shia.
And the texts hold the final prophecy. Fatalis destroyed civilizations that sought this level of power, civilizations that challenged the natural order and tried to manufacture their own ultimate weapon.
By embracing the Artion System,
By chasing this specific path of ultimate manufactured power, we are guaranteeing the Black Dragon's return. We have forgotten the lesson the Great Dragon War screamed at us. We never learn.
So what does this all mean for you? Our journey through these sources reveals that the Guild isn't just secretive. They are actively controlling historical context to maintain a very fragile peace.
And the Artion System is proof that this controlled history has failed. It shows humanity is walking down the exact same path. The bioengineering, the forbidden scraps that led to the total collapse of the ancient Wyverian civilization.
You need to stop trusting the censored official text.
Trust the terrifying cautionary legends, the ones the Guild tried so desperately to bury.
And let's connect this to the ultimate meta-conspiracy, the core mechanism of the Archer system itself.
It's not just what it does, it's how it does it.
It relies on a randomized grind. It forces hunters to constantly chase these generic power rolls, the god roll, rather than relying on weapons tailored to specific natural monsters.
Think about that carefully. If humanity is discarding the fundamental natural order of things, the core loop of kill a specific monster, gain a specific power,
For the endless randomized pursuit of generic abstract power.
then isn't the system itself, the methodology, the final absolute proof that the Wyverian hubris has returned?
They're no longer respecting nature.
They're just searching for the perfect statistical weapon.
We've swapped natural ecology for endless numbers. And the pursuit of that ultimate numerical perfection, completely divorced from the natural world, that is precisely the mistake that collapsed the world once before.
So you have to ask yourself,
When you see that randomized power display on your screen, are you hunting a monster? Or are you chasing the ghost of Zoh Shia?